Hey, you want to see what a perfect start looks like in Minecraft? It looks something like this. Wait, no, wrong base. Looks something like this. And today, I'm going to do everything in my power from killing the Ender Dragon to farming a mountain of netherrack to get there. Whee! Not a bad spawn. Hey, what's up, man? We are going to break this into 3 separate phases, the first of which is going to be phase 1, or what I like to call this. Now, the first thing on my agenda is to farm a little bit of wood, and then I'm going to be crafting this hoe to farm up a little bit of wheat. Food was handled for at least the early part of this world, and the next thing on my checklist was to acquire iron, both for armor and for tools. I do see a second village across the water, so I'm going to put a boat down. Is that a shipwreck? It is! Alright, we got any treasure in here? Hey! I was planning on rushing through the early phases of the game for 2 reasons. To avoid an early death, and to get an elytra quickly to make building my base much easier. So, from here I cleared a second village, crossed an ocean, and looked for a mountain, all to quickly get iron. Gonna make a chest piece as well as that pickaxe, and now it's time for me to grab some iron. Okay, so now I just need to grab this iron, and then I should make an axe real quick to go down into the cave so I have a weapon. And while I'm at it, I'm gonna make a shield as well. Bruh. Oh no, I made 2%. So here's the plan for the rest of phase 1. First, I would head into the caves below me, grab a little bit of diamonds, and then I would make my way back out, find another portal, gather all the materials I need, and go straight to the end. But first, I would need just a little bit more iron. Just got a few more pieces to craft. Chest piece and boots. There we go. Okay, now we have full iron armor. Now I gotta go get some diamonds. Oh! Wait, can I just sit here with the shield and... Oh! I have enough diamonds to make both a pickaxe and an axe. Nice. Whoa! Why is it only creepers? Back up. The rest of the time in this cave didn't really net much more, so I decided it was time to just go straight to the nether with iron armor. But first, I would need to find a lava pool to make a portal. Oh, I could go in right here at this portal. Just gotta use lava with buckets and I should be able to make this. There we are, and now it's time to light it up. Now, I need to say, the most likely spot I will die in this entire world is in the nether. And if I wanted to build this base, I would need an extremely good nether spawn. Are you serious? What is this? Yeah, cool. I just gotta dig my way out of here. Alright. Here's the plan for the nether. First, I would hit up a fortress to get blaze rods. Then I would hit up a warped forest for ender pearls. And finally, I would hit up a bastion to trade with piglins, just so I could teleport back out. Oh, sweet. Okay, there's a fortress. I'm just gonna bridge across, and now it's time to hunt some blazes. Aha! Oh! I think I'm gonna do the safe play, pull back, and then build a little platform that I can kill him on top of. Risky play, but this is taking way too long, so I'm just gonna run at him and hope I don't die. Oh, blaze rods had now been acquired. Now it was time to head to a warped forest to kill endermen. Just gotta get this down real quick. Yeah, how you feel now, Mr. Stupid Enderman? You can't hit me. And after sitting here for about 30 minutes, I finally had exactly 16 ender pearls, which left me with only one thing to do in the nether. I gotta find a bastion. So yeah. Oh! I accidentally tunneled into a bastion by digging through this wall. And while I was here, I would have to systematically clear the entire thing while making sure to leave all piglins alive so I could do some trading.
Okay, this is the most stressful part of this world so far. Because these piglin brutes should, like, legitimately two-shot. The issue is if I hit them, then I get attacked by all the other guys. No, 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 no! Oh my god. I'm so lucky he lost interest in me, like, after one hit. I was so dead there. Hey, netherite spinning up. I mean, dude, if you're offering, I'll take.
Here, I made a piglin trading chamber in hopes of acquiring 10 obsidian.
Oh, we're good! We're free!
Now, it was time to fight the Ender Dragon, and all of this would enable me to get the Elytra and completely shift focus to the main base. But first, I would need to find the stronghold.
Don't break, don't break, don't break, don't break. Nice. Where is this? Oh. Oh. No shot.
Before fighting the Ender Dragon, I had a plan. First, I would turn lava into obsidian to make an enchanting table. I don't have any diamonds. This could be easily handled because on my way down here, I passed a cave. So I would just go back in and collect all the diamonds I need to finish the enchanting table, plus give myself better armor.
I don't know, like right here? Feather falling 4. Oh my gosh.
Now, it's time to take on the Ender Dragon. And, I just gotta make sure I don't die.
And... okay.
Off to a good start. That's 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna build up these taller ones to make it easier.
Oh my god! Oh! Oh! He's pushing, thank you.
Alright, cool. This marks the end of Phase 1 and the start of Phase 2, the block collection phase, which would start with me going to the end and getting shulker boxes and an elytra.
No, I might as well grab this while I'm here. Did he go through the... Okay. Bam. And now, all I have to do is find one of the damn shipwrecks. Oh no! What is that? How many shulkers is that? That's definitely enough.
My focus would need to shift to finding a build spot for the base, but before I did that, I had one thing to do.
Okay, sweet.
Now, it's time to traverse the land and find a build spot that just calls out to me. But on the way, I found a pale garden, which is something I would need very heavily for the build. So I mined every single block. And this was a mistake. I will explain why later.
Oh, okay, I guess I'm going in here. I will need tough and a lot of it for the build, so I'm gonna grab some of this right now.
While I was down there, I also picked up an excess of diamonds, gold, and iron, and it was time to continue the search for the build spot. But I had one pit stop I had to make. I do need mending extremely bad, so I'm gonna make a lectern really quick, and let's get this sold.
Hey, what's up, man? You wanna become a librarian? No, no, get back. Are you going in? Nice. Okay, so, oh my gosh, finally. Okay, his trades are now locked in, which means I just need to go get 16 emeralds. I just need to sell some wheat to these guys. There we go, and that should be enough. Mending, there we go.
With my elytra having mending, the search was now ready to continue. And it wouldn't take long until I found the spot.
This isn't looking too bad. It's pretty circular. And there's a village right there, hey. And honestly,
I don't think I'm going to find a better spot. I'm going to be using Light Matica to blueprint out the build for 2 reasons. First, because it'll give me a detailed material list on exactly what I need. And second, because this build took 15 hours to make, and I guarantee you don't want to see this. Does that look good? No. The build spot was stationed directly outside of this village, and this house would serve temporarily as a base of operations while I tackled the material list. Nice. Before tackling the material list, I would need to focus on getting a super smelter done. But before I could do that, I needed one thing.
Oh my gosh. I almost just died. Okay, I'm gonna run a set base. Alright, cool.
Now, to gather the materials for the super smelter, I enchanted all of my tools with the levels I gathered, plus all the bookcases. Can I talk right now? Plus, all the bookcases I farmed down in the stronghold.
Oh, okay.
The super smelter would be used to smelt all the materials I needed for the build, but to build it, I would need a bunch of iron. So, I went down into the caves and I started farming.
Okay, where am I gonna put the super smelter? I'm thinking probably right here.
Now, I just need to put some furnaces down, and then I just have to put some hoppers. And I need to turn all of this coal into blocks to fuel the whole thing.
So if I flick this lever, they should all turn on.
Sweet! That's not bad. The next few hours look like this. I go to the caves for resources, return to the smelter, and repeat. And during all this, I filled this entire shoreline with sugarcane. This will be useful later. Now, it was time to start flattening out the plot for the build. So, I started clearing all of this grass piece by piece, and let me tell you, this took hours. Oh my gosh, not to pat myself on my back, but this is not looking bad. Okay, I gotta start filling this out though.
I'm already out of dirt. I think I've done like 1/5 of it.
After filling for hours, this is what the plot looked like. Now is where things get tedious. I'm an addict and my block of choice is quartz. Now on my old world, this would have been fine, but I didn't take into consideration that doing a build based out of quartz without a villager trading hall was going to suck. So I had to put a portal back to the Nether. Oh, I guess I just had to farm it manually. 2 hours spent in the Nether. Let's see how much we get out of blocks. There we go. Oh, cool. Yeah, 340 out of the, 6,000 I need? Nice. So, to make gathering quartz more obtainable, I would need mending on my pickaxe. And the original villager I got it on was now 8,000 blocks away. So, I would have to get it again.
Wanna drop down there? Come on. Nope. Oh, 36 emeralds though? It's crazy. 24. Yep. And then mending. There we go.
This trip left me with just over 1 shulker block of quartz blocks, or a total of 2,000, meaning at this current rate of mining, I'm getting about 1,000 blocks per hour, or I'd need to mine for another 3. But from here, my priorities shifted from farming to crafting and smelting, first of which would be quartz.
Okay.
Followed by stone, which would both be used for stone bricks, walls, and lodestone.
Okay. So while I'm here, I need to make, 2,485 stone bricks? So how many is that? 1,120. Really?
Bit by bit, I started tackling my massive list of materials.
Okay, I don't have an XP farm, but I saw somewhere that a furnace can store, I think, like 40 levels of experience, so I might be able to break this.
Hey! Here, I returned back to the Nether to grab more quartz, which still was not enough. And back to the overworld to farm for stone. and proceeded to make all the materials I'd need for the outer layer of the base. I've never made a shelf before, and this build has a few thousand of them. Oh, it takes stripped wood. Okay. Yeah, remember how I said I made a mistake by farming all that pale oak? Well, it turns out I need every single one of them stripped. So I would need to replace every piece I mined to strip it and mine it again. Yeah. First, I'm gonna grab some stripped oak.
Now I'm gonna take all this pale oak wood that I farmed earlier. I'm gonna honestly probably just fill in down here and strip it layer by layer.
Yeah, it's gonna take way too long. I'm just gonna plant these saplings back down. From here, I set up a bee farm, farmed copper, crafted everything I'd need for the build with the exception of the remaining quartz. And this marks the end of Phase 2 and the beginning of Phase 3, the building phase.
Okay, that took forever. Oh my gosh, it's time to get to tilling. Oh my gosh, that took forever.
Once I finish planting all the crops, it's time to go and grab the rest of the materials for the base. Okay, now I have to go find calcite, and the issue is there's no mountains nearby. So I guess I'll just go this way until I see one. Is that one? That is! Please have calcite. Please have calcite. Please have calcite. Calcite! Okay, so I only need 500, so I should be able to just go to town. Originally, I was going to go back to the Nether to farm the remainder of the quartz I needed, but I had a better idea.
I decided, why not, rather than using all my inventory space, why not build what I have now in the center part and then come back later? So all in all, not bad. I mean, we made some decent progress.
Now, it was time to return to the Nether for what would be the final time farming quartz. This excavation took, and I'm not even joking, 6 hours. Yeah. Let's get this all smelted, and I just want to point out something. I farmed over 200,000 netherrack for this. Yeah, now it was time to finish the outer part of the build. All right. How's she looking? Not bad. Oh my gosh. So, there's 2 things left for me to do. I have to get the tip on with copper, which, I don't know if I have enough. Oh, nowhere near enough copper. Okay. Well. Just gotta turn them all into copper blocks and give them some wax. And now, it's time to do the top. Sweet! All that's left to do is the interior, and I think I'm gonna do this out of bookshelves. Just gotta crap these all into bookshelves right here, and I should have more in this box. There we go. Now, it's time to tackle the interior. Okay. Nice. Hey, I'm gonna break the magician's code real quick. This took 180 days.